Get on there, stay there.
Hello.
This time on CrashTestDummyTV. Hello all. Time to hopefully fix an issue with this. Now, the coughing and spluttering. Hopefully I can find some video and insert here. After a while, it starts to cough and splutter through one of the cylinders. When it's what's happening is when it's idling at, actually I'll start it and show you. Alright. It'll idle at about 13 point something, 13.6 or whatever. There we go. 13.6, 13.7. Now if I can get this to stay here somehow. Hopefully that'll start. Look at that. Yeah, it's staying. Alright. Accelerate. See how it's going down. Sucking it. I won't do it because the neighbours don't want to piss them off. It's still kind of morning. But anyway, the other day when I tested it, it ran 13.6 on idle. I accelerated, not high revs, but you know, middle to 3/4, and it went down to about 12.5, 12.6 volts. So what's happening there, hopefully, my advice so far, is the voltage regulator rectifier, this thing. Now, I have opened the box, sorry, so we'll pretend I'm cutting it. Alright, there I've cut it with my nail, super sharp nail. It was from Jap Bike Spares in Queensland, so Australian company. It's probably going to be imported, but you know, what isn't? But I'd like to buy off a local company, purely because, you know, it keeps the money in Australia and tax and all that sort of thing. So what I bought was brand. Oh, damn it. Excuse me. I bought a Forsetti high performance regulator. Unboxing. Yep. Alright. Tested okay. Good boxing too, actually. A box in a box. And I'll use that box for something else. Open. Thank you. Alright. Alright, doesn't have the ISO on there, ISO number, but it looks like the plugs might be the same as standard actually. I wouldn't say the plug itself is good quality, but it's a plug. Cool. Alright, well I've got to pull my old one off, which standard would be under here. Mine's up under there. So I'll still take this off. These two bolts, Allen key. Then I've got to get a 10mm I think for mine up under there and pull that off, and then I've got to route the wires. I've got to pull this off, and that's about it, which you'll have to pull yours off too. The seat will have to come off. Well, on your Virago. Side covers, fuel thing, other side cover, blah, 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 too much stuff. Anyway, I'll pull it to bits and I'll pick up then. Cool. See you in a bit. Okay, now have it all in. No, I've got to put those other two bolts in that other side. Yes, no, have changed it over. This is the standard one, part number 42A-AU SH569-12. Lots of reference to them online. Multi. They might be interchangeable with VMAX and a few other bikes. Did a bit of research that found links towards VMAX and a couple others. Now I have put mine in, rerouted, plugged it in, squished that wiring down again, mushed it down. There's not much space there. So I'm ready to start it and see if it charges better. Okay, let's start it. Idling less. Rev. Oh, that is so criminal. $14 fun. Awesome, thank you very much. Well, this is running nicely. As you know, what's going on here? What is going on there? As you know, I've changed the regulator rectifier, and well, initial test in the garage, coughed and spluttered. This seems to be accelerating through nicely. I've got the headlight on, which would have robbed power last time. I probably should do a multimeter test with the headlight on, just to see how much load there is. Apart from that, that was top gear. No cough splutter whatsoever. Would have done that before. Crossing my fingers, might be fixed. See your speedo like me, go slower than the guy next to you, only by a little. You can use that as a reason why you were doing whatever speed, even though they should have pulled over the other guy. Them, the coppers, them, the police, the bill, and whatever you call them in your country. Actually, what do you call them in your country? Nice words only, please. You know what characters to type if you want to cover the word up. We'll get the impression. Anyway, I'm going to buzz out here. Might do a little ending with testing it under load tomorrow night after work. But so far, so good. Bye all. Oh, ride safe out there. See ya. Cool. Like I said, ride safe out there. Cut. Alright. Hope you can see this. It's all loaded up. 12.7, 12.8 at idle. Let's put the headlight on. Off, and then I find the switch. There we go. Headlight off, it's 13.2. Okay. And that's at idle. So hopefully that's all fixed. So next time you have a Virago that's running rough on the cylinders. This one was the rear cylinder. Next time you have one running rough, don't think it's the carbies, all that sort of thing. Get the regulator rectifier tested. And the one I put in was a Fossetti. As far as better turn this off, blah 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 blah. Alright. As far as review for Fossetti, pretty much exactly the same as OEM, apart from the numbers on it. So far so good. Length of cable exactly the same, had a nice little heat shroud on it. Plugs, they were cheap plugs. The terminals moved inside the housing itself. You could fix that with a bit of silicone or whatever the hell, if you were that dainty. Apart from that, I've plugged it in. Pretty much plug and play. Works like a charm, no more coughing, but doing a trip on Friday morning, heading up to Bright with Mr. Combi. We're going to gate crash the V-Strom meetup up there. Put a little stickers on our bike saying V-Strom. So keep an eye out for that one. And yes, see how it goes for the trip. I really need to change the oil, but I can't afford the bloody $60 or whatever it is for the good oil. Anyway, ride safe out there. Thanks for joining. And yeah, if your Virago's coughing spluttering, check the regulator rectifier. Groovy. Bye. Turn back, keep it all for myself.